All right, what is up with y'all boys? If y'all watching this, then you most likely don't have over 100 sales on Depop, and you're probably wondering, like, Zai, like, how am I supposed to get that? Like, how am I supposed to, start from maybe 30, 40, 50? Like, how am I supposed to reach 100 and over, like, pushing up towards like the top? I'm just be giving you guys like a, kind of like a breakdown on just cross that threshold to get into 100 to 200 to 300. Just kind of how to scale your Depop. I'll say the number one, right? Starting off number one is your listings. How many listings do you have on your Depop? I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. If you guys don't have over 100, then you're lacking. And you may be wondering, okay, how am I supposed to get 100 listings on a Depop when I'm trying to find like high quality, vintage stuff like that? That's gonna lead into the second part, but yeah, bro. I mean, like if you have under 100 listings on Depop, then you're not listing enough. You're not posting enough. You're not being as active as you need to be on the site in order to get that type of traction onto your shop. It's no way that you're gonna get over 100 sales using like 20, 10, 5 listings. Like that's generally that's not possible. And I'm not gonna say it's not possible, but it's very slim. Like majority of people are not getting crazy types of sales with smaller shops. You look at people like I think Retry Supply, they have it's like 2,000 items, but he has 15,000 sold. So I mean, it's really just like the more you post, the more the more you're gonna get. And okay, taking us into the topic 2. What kind of items should you be posting on your Depop? So for me personally, right, I know a lot of people, they try to go vintage, they try to go Y2K, they try to go emo. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. In my opinion, it's not worth niching down. Like I post literally anything. I post kids clothes, I post college clothes, I post vintage, I post athletic stuff, bro. Like it's at a point where anything I can get my hands on, I'm posting. I don't care what it is, I don't care what it looks like, what size, who it's for, what, none of that, bro. Like if I get an item, I'm listing it. Like the more shots that you're putting up on, actual Depop servers and stuff like that, the more sales you're gonna get. If you're not posting consistently, you're not gonna do anything. If you're not posting lots of items, like literally for me, most of my sales come from just random items, like weird niche items that nobody else has. Like I saw like some what is it? Some I saw this Myrtle Beach sweatshirt the other day. Like it's stuff like that you're not gonna just find everywhere. I can't just click onto another person's shop and see the exact same Myrtle Beach shirt. Like that's not you're not gonna find that. But that's why I think it's so important just to not niche down. Just post a variety of items and keep it consistent. So take us into step 3, whatever you want to call it. I would say it's not being active on the app, right? So what I mean by that, right, is say you have 100 listings on your Depop, but you're not posting every single day. Your items are just gonna slowly dwindle down to the point where they're not getting shown to any customers. Like it's kind of weird. It's like it's a weird thing in the Depop like algorithm where if you're not active on the app, if you're not logging on every day, if you're not sending out offers and stuff, they're literally just gonna stop pushing your item out. Like when you first open Depop and you start like scrolling, all of those items there are items that are most likely brand new or someone new. That's why I think like if you're trying to genuinely like make this like full time, if you're trying to like run it up off of Depop, you're gonna need to be active. You're gonna need to be sending out offers every single day. Anytime that you get any sort of likes. For me personally, what I try to do is like after, like I'll wait a day, right? And say I wake up in the morning, first thing I do, check on my Depop. I literally send out all the offers to anybody that like any of my items all at once, just to kind of, knock it out and just get it out the way first. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I feel like, you try to do it throughout the day, you're getting all these notifications and stuff. Like that's just going It's gonna mess up the flow. You feel me? But that's why I think you just do it once you first wake up in the morning. Wake up, get on your Depop, send out all your offers, chill. And I mean, it's that simple. I mean, it's really not complex. Like a lot of people, it is one of those things where literally anybody can do it, right? Like I don't care who you are, it is not hard. Like, don't get me wrong, right? If you wanna do Depop at like such a large scale where you're doing it full time, making like crazy types of money, okay, yeah, that's not something that everybody can do. But genuinely taking a picture of an item, listing it up, that's just not hard, bro. Like, I mean, I could, man, well, let me think. I could take this microphone right here, take a picture of it, bam, it's done. That's simple. You know what I mean? It's really not a hard thing to do. It's just about, like I said, like the 3 steps that I said. You need to post a lot of items, you need to be consistent, and you need to be active on the site. If you get those three things down, I guarantee you that you will see, crazy amounts of sales, right? And then the final thing that I would say, number 4, I'm not gonna lie, it's a weird one, right? Because I feel like everybody does it, differently. Like, I know some people, they actually like they sit here and like model their clothes and stuff like that. Like they model their clothes and then they like do like cool little, they get the shirt and then you get the shoes and they put the shorts and like all in one. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, bro. I do not be doing that, bro. I like, me personally, bro. I don't have time for that. I'll be completely honest. Like, it's good that people are doing that, but I don't have time to be doing that. Like, I'm not about to do that. So like literally what I do, I get the item, I put it down, put it on a flat lay, something like that, and I literally just take the picture. Yeah, I mean, it's that simple. I don't really do too much. I get the item, post it, list it, nothing crazy, but you want to make sure you're having good quality pictures, because if your pictures are buns, then you're not gonna get no sales off that. I promise you that. If your pictures are grainy, if your pictures look dirty, nobody's buying that. Would you buy that? I know I wouldn't. If I'm looking at the picture, I see dirty stuff in the background, but I'm not buying that. You feel me? Like all you need is a clear picture, nothing crazy, just a clear picture that kind of shows what the item is. I don't do nothing fancy. I have like this little, I have like a hanger and stuff, and I just hang my stuff up and then list it. It's really nothing crazy. But it works. Not really much to really go from that. But yeah, I mean, you really, like, realistically, you want to have a flat lay, but most people are not gonna, have a flat lay. You see, I don't even have a flat lay myself. I just do I have like a little makeshift wall. If you want, honestly, hold on. If you want, I can show y'all real quick. This is right over here. Where's my hanger? I'll show y'all. Literally, this is literally what I put myself on, right? This isn't even a real brick wall, bro. Like, if you look over here, it's a blue wall, right? I literally have like this fake wood on the wall, and I have a screw right here. All I did was unscrew it a little bit and put the hanger there, and then whatever item I have, I just put on this wall and then take the pic. It's really nothing it's really nothing crazy. I'll be honest. That's what, like, a lot of people overcomplicate Depop, and people think, okay, let me just do the most, get all these exotic pictures and all this stuff. And yes, that's good, right? And I'm not knocking anybody that does that. I like putting in more effort. I get that. But the main thing with Depop is people aren't gonna like it, but the main problem is quantity over quality. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I could have 100 mid listings, while you could have 10 great listings, and I'm gonna sell more than you. Simple as that. I'm gonna sell more and I'm gonna make more. And that's just kind of the raw reality of it, And I just think that, you have to adapt to that, because I think that's a major part of the Depop algorithm, and that's just the way it is, So like, I mean, if you're trying to get into Depop, that's one of the main things that you do need to keep in mind yourself. Don't stress over listings. Like, I gotta get the perfect listing. No, bro, just list it. Simple as that. Like, you feel me? Just list the item, get it up on there, and move on to the next. It's simple as that, you know. That's why I said the more shots you get up, the more chances you are to make some bread. But yeah, I mean, that's you know, that's gonna end up the video. I mean, it's really not nothing crazy, bro. Like, y'all just like, don't stress yourself out trying to get the perfect listings, trying to get all this extra data, bro. It's not crazy, bro. Just quantity. That's it. Quantity, and don't make your pictures look dirty. You feel me? Like, quantity, you gotta be active on the app. And yeah, that's that simple. But yeah, I mean, thank you all for watching. I mean, subscribe. You know, I'll be doing some more like, you know, like some more Depop stuff like that, some day in the life. Just kind of showing you guys what my full setup is, and what, you know, like, what's the business flow, how do I source my clothes, and all sorts of stuff like that. So make sure to tap in with the channel, and yeah.